Well, right now at 7, an urgent manhunt is underway this morning after political activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed while speaking at a Utah university. We'll have those details plus reaction coming in from East Texas.
And in Colorado, tragedy striking a Denver area high school. A student opens fire with a revolver, leaving 2 people injured before turning that gun on himself. We'll share what we know this morning.
And plus, a Purple Heart lost for decades, now back where it belongs. The long journey home for a World War I Heroes Medal coming up.
And we got a hot and summery day here across the area with an increase in that humidity. That looks to stay that way for a while, and I have the answer why in your forecast coming up. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Our top story this morning, authorities are searching for the person who killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk during a campus debate at Utah Valley University. The 31-year-old husband and father of 2 was speaking about gun violence when a single shot struck him in front of thousands of people. Police say it was a targeted attack, with the suspect believed to have fired from the roof of a nearby building. We'll have more on the search for the suspect and the tributes flowing in just a few minutes.
In the meantime, good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
We're so glad you're with us this morning. I'm Dana Dixon. We want to begin with a look at your forecast. As you get ready to head out this morning, you're going to know immediately that the humidity's back.
Oh yeah, the humidity levels are up and they will keep on climbing into the next few days. And those temperatures also will continue to climb into the next few days. Temperatures right now are starting off in the low to mid 60s. We got some 70s in some parts of the area. We got 64 in Center, 65 in Carthage, 67 here in the Rose City, and 64 in Mineola. And as far as our dew points go, getting a little bit closer to that 70-degree mark, especially in our southeastern parts of the area. We have dew points in the middle to upper 60s. And we do have a southeasterly breeze bringing up those higher dew points. And when you get higher dew points, you get higher moisture content. So that is what we are watching for the next 24 hours and even into the next several days as well. We'll continue to stay mostly sunny for today. We'll see highs near 92 degrees and a light southeast wind of 4 miles per hour. And we'll see temperatures still hanging around the low to mid 90s. We'll be at 94 for tomorrow, dropping down to 93 for Saturday, and then dropping down to 92 for Sunday with an increase in that cloud cover. I'll show you how long those temperatures will last in your 7-day forecast coming up.
Thanks so much, Joel. Right now, the search continues for a suspect after a political activist was shot and killed on the campus of Utah Valley University.
Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point USA. That's an organization for young conservatives. He was known for inviting and engaging in political debate on college campuses. Police say they do believe this was a targeted attack. He was taking a question about gun violence and mass shootings at the time when a single shot rang out, piercing Kirk's neck. It is believed that the shooter opened fire from the roof of a nearby building as Kirk was speaking before a crowd of about 3,000 people at the time. Now, the shooting is drawing condemnation from both sides of the aisle, including Senator Elizabeth Warren and President Trump.
This is just wrong, and my heart goes out to his family, to his friends, but we just cannot be a country that turns to violence when we disagree with people. We just can't.
This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever.
Charlie Kirk was just 31 years old, and he leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Leaders across the political spectrum, including all current and former presidents, swiftly condemned the deadly shooting. On social media, President Trump also said that Kirk, who was an influential MAGA ally, he called him a martyr for truth and freedom. The president has ordered flags to fly at half-staff on federal buildings through Sunday in honor of Kirk. And Charlie Kirk was considered a rising star amongst the GOP, and even more so a friend to several leaders here in Texas, but also here in the Piney Woods as well.
Yeah, reaction coming in from state and East Texas officials who are all sharing the same message of sadness and shock. Congressman Nathaniel Moran posted on Facebook saying, quote, "Devastated for Charlie and his family and for America. Meanwhile, State Representative Jay Dean saying he was horrified, adding a strong opinion should never be a death sentence in a free country.
And this is a story we're following all morning long for you. For updates anytime, download the CBS19 app on your phone and watch us anytime for free on CBS19 Plus, our streaming app. Now to Colorado, where 2 are injured and the juvenile suspect is dead after a shooting at a Denver area high school yesterday. The sheriff's office says the gunman opened fire with a revolver. We're told first responders reached the scene within 2 minutes of receiving that 911 call. Officials say the suspect died at the hospital from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This marks the 47th shooting at a school in the U.S. so far this year.
7:06 this morning, we have new information about a small plane that made an emergency landing on Highway 31 in Tyler, and officials saying that the engine on that plane died. This happened just after midnight near 1249. The plane landed on the shoulder lane of the highway, and DPS tells us it was flying to Tyler from San Antonio. The pilot was the only one on board, and he was not injured, and no damage was suffered to the plane either. That plane has now been moved to Tyler Regional Airport as the NTSB investigates.
Now to a story we brought you last week. An East Texas teenager is now charged with murder after a deadly Labor Day shooting in Liberty City. 18-year-old Christopher Wayne Hicks Jr. is accused of killing his girlfriend, 16-year-old Haley Blake, and her father, 49-year-old Sean Blake, at Hugh Camp Memorial Park. Hicks was found with what appeared to be self-inflicted injuries after the shooting and was taken to the hospital. His bond is now set at $1.25 million. Meanwhile, a candlelight vigil in Haley's memory was held Monday, organized by her classmates at Sabine ISD.
We'll continue our coverage of leadership changes at the Smith County Animal Shelter just days after firing Director Amber Green. County officials are reassuring the public the shelter remains fully operational and fully staffed. Green was let go following an internal investigation that revealed derogatory language and a failure to address the use of racial slurs amongst staff. She had previously been disciplined with what officials call poor leadership and communication issues, both internally and with the public. And now the attention turns to the future of the shelter. Precinct 2 Commissioner John Moore tells us the county is actively looking for a new director, someone with a proven track record, both in animal welfare and team leadership. And will that search begins, that is, Moore says the priority remains clear, which is providing safe, responsive care to the animals and transparency to the community.
This is a department that has a number of employees in it, and it's a delicate situation when you have pets that have either been separated from their families and we're trying to get them back together with their families.
Well, Moore says people with experience can apply on the county website, smith-county.com.
It's 7 minutes after 7 now. Time for your morning headlines. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk invoked Article 4 of the NATO Pact yesterday, which says allies will consult each other whenever the territorial integrity of one member is threatened. This comes after Russia launched a series of drones over Polish airspace, marking Russia's most serious incursion of another country since it launched its war against Ukraine. No one was hurt by the drones, but a house was severely damaged. And for the first time in 18 months, Prince Harry had a face-to-face meeting with his father, Britain's King Charles. Harry, the youngest son of King Charles and the late Princess Diana, left the United Kingdom and royal duties in 2020 and relocated here to the United States. King Charles and Harry reunited in London for an hour-long tea. And the Labor Department's Inspector General's office is launching a probe of how the Bureau of Labor Statistics collects and reports economic data. It comes a day after the agency released one of the largest downward revisions to its payroll estimates, finding that the U.S. labor market added more than 900,000 fewer jobs in the 12-month period ending in March 2025 than they previously reported. Last month, President Trump fired former BLS Commissioner Erica McIntyre following the release of a disappointing July jobs report. And Uber's ride-sharing service is going airborne. Yeah, the company says it's partnering with Joby Aviation to add helicopter rides to its app next year. The air taxi service recently purchased Blade Air Mobility, a company that transports passengers by chopper and plane, in a deal worth $125 million. A spokesperson for Joby Aviation tells CBS News Money Watch that the company does not have details on routes or pricing just yet, but believes airport connections will be appealing to some consumers.
Now we're flying all over the world. All right, let's take a break from this morning's news and bring you our question of the day. This one is very y'all of us, right? What is the most iconic Texas brand? Let's talk Texas, as Damien says.
Let's start looking. You don't want to be caught. Yeah, let's talk Texas. So for me, I think I'm going a little above and beyond. I know it says specific brands, but for me, the brand is Brisket. I think that is the ultimate Texas brand.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like a lot of in the world of barbecue, like I like to call it. Every region kind of has like their thing. Kansas City, they got the ribs. You know, Memphis, they've got the dry rub ribs and stuff like that, or pulled pork in Kansas City as well. But here in Texas, I think brisket is our thing.
Well, they released a story about this, and it had like the top 5. It was like Shiner Beer.
Yeah.
What else was on the list? Bluebell, Whataburger, and Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is a good one.
Yes.
Mine is more above and beyond with Damien's as well, but it's sweet tea. Specifically
I'm not mad at that.
HTO, which was it's Texas-based, founded in Amarillo.
Okay.
That is an amazing place for sweet tea.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, if
yeah.
we're gonna go just like that, I mean, I was thinking we were like brand like
Oh, we can do
Bluebell
both.
or
We
can do both,
something.
yeah.
We can do both.
But if we're
We can do
talking
both.
about like something like that, I would say Tex-Mex because
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't get Tex-Mex anywhere else. People try.
Yeah, they can't do
You
it.
can get Arizona mix, but that ain't good.
Yeah,
Sarah would
right.
say Arizona mix is good.
No.
Joel, what do you think? You're the new guy to Texas.
Yes, I am new to Texas, but I see this on my calculators. Texas Instruments.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they are
Yep.
based here in Texas.
That's
It's in
very
the name.
Joel
There's-
answer.
Right.
Yeah, very nerdy of me, huh?
We haven't talked about the best drink out there though.
No,
What do we got?
don't even
Oh, Dr.
start
Pepper,
with
that
was
that.
the
Dr.
other
Pepper.
one.
Dr. Pepper.
That was
Damien
the
already
other one
knew.
on the
No.
list.
Damien does not get the hype behind Dr. Pepper at all.
No, I'm not a Dr. Pepper guy. I told you I'm a root beer guy, man.
Yeah,
I'm a
root
root
beer.
beer and a Sprite kind of guy. You know, that's just that's me.
I'm not
Dairy
a Dr.
Queen.
Pepper
I saw this
person
commercial yesterday. Dairy Queen came out with a Dr. Pepper barbecue burger.
I bet that's
good.
good.
I really want to try the
Interesting.
barbecue. It's a Dr. Pepper flavored barbecue sauce that goes on the burger. I think it has like bacon on there too. Very Texas as well. So
Interesting. I'm going to have to get educated here.
right, it's the stop sign of Texas as well.
It
Absolutely.
definitely is.
Yeah.
You take a left at the Dairy Queen. Do you remember giving those instructions? Like if you're in the small town, take a left at the Dairy Queen.
It's a small town staple. My Dairy Queen back home still has their original like real bricks
Oh, that's
on the
cool.
building on the inside and outside. So that's pretty cool.
I
But
love it.
Well, Joel, how about this? We're talking about Dairy Queen. How long will it take us to get to a Dairy Queen? Let's talk about this
I
traffic.
don't know off the top of my
lots
head, but I think we'll start with I'll take a right towards the green screen.
There
We'll
you
do,
go. Yeah.
we'll go do our I-20 report. I'll tell you this, it's going to take about 2 hours to get to Dallas if you're heading westbound on I-20 this morning, and about an hour and 30 minutes or hour and 30 minutes to get to Shreveport if you're heading eastbound on I-20 this morning. 2.5 hours to get to Denison if you're heading northbound on US 69, and if you're heading southbound to Lufkin, well, that's going to be about an hour and 30 minutes to get in that direction. CBS19 live radar, a nice clean sweep across the area. That will continue to be the case into today. Our future skycast showing absolutely gorgeous conditions overhead. Lots of sunshine. Area of high pressure right on top of us, so that's going to keep us nice and dry and free from any rain chances. The only thing that we will not be free from is that humidity, and that's going to make our temperatures feel potentially like the middle to upper 90s. But as far as your commute forecast goes, we are smooth sailing for this morning and into this afternoon. We'll be at 92 for this afternoon, but of course, we got that humidity in place, so it'll likely feel more like 95 to maybe even 96 in some locations. So take care this afternoon.
Well, for nearly 3 decades, a newborn's death in Longview went unsolved. The baby found abandoned in a field with no answers and no suspects. Thanks to advanced DNA technology, though, police say they've made a major break in this case. We'll have the details when we come back.
And coming up at sports, we take a small little trip down Troop Highway to White House, Texas to see how these young Wildcats are planning to dethrone the undefeated Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Keep it right here. We'll be right back.
It's time for CBS 19 Sports.
Welcome back, East Texas. I'm Damian Bartonic, and you know what time it is. It's time to talk all things sports. Week 3 begins today, and we got some big-time games on tap for many teams in our area, but an old-school rivalry also goes down tomorrow night as the battle for Lake Tyler takes place between Chapel Hill and them White House Wildcats. That's the house that Pat Mahomes built. And yesterday at practice, those guys are getting after it, man, focusing on hand fighting, special teams, and, of course, a whole lot more.
Got your back coming right here, trying to get up into that crease. 3, 2, 1, go!
And you saw there the linebackers were working on fighting those hands, fighting the blockers' hands and scraping past to make a tackle. And for a young team like this, those little things really matter. After talking to head coach Kyle Westerberg, he knows he has a lot of them young cats on his team, but he feels like tomorrow night is an excellent opportunity to see his guys lean on the leadership that they do have to grow under the lights and make a name for themselves out here in East Texas.
Looking at our leadership and the kids that we have operating in certain positions, we're a young football team. A lot of juniors, few sophomores up right now, and so which is good to have some young guys playing. But I feel like our leadership right now is in the right spot, and I feel like we got the right guys in the right positions to help us out.
And despite their youth, Coach feels like his guys can ball out. And right now, it's all about consistency for the Wildcats and not making the same mistake twice. That's a philosophy that Coach feels will make or break this ball game for both teams tomorrow, and that the team that keeps clean the most will come out victorious.
I think the big key is not getting playing under control, playing with emotion. And the emotions take the best of us. And then I think the big key is who can win up front in the trenches, and then who can make the fewest mistakes. Not turning the football over, and keeping possession of the football, I think is going to be huge in this football game.
It's a good old-fashioned rivalry, man. We've got many good ones across all sports, but this battle for Lake Tyler here in East Texas really just got me juiced. We'll have the full recap on this one tomorrow at 10 and 10:35 right here on CBS 19 and streaming on CBS 19 Plus. So be sure to stick with us for the best high school football coverage in all of East Texas. But there's another big-time game going on tomorrow as well. Them Longview Lobos, a team that I really feel can win it all this year, will be taking a trip to the DF Dub to fight it out with South Oak Cliff. What a tongue twister that is. In a game that was so close last year. Them Bears came out to Lobo Stadium and squeaked out a narrow victory over Longview. This Friday, Longview is going to head out to Dallas to try to do the same in front of the Oak Cliff crowd. And the Golden Bears are one of the best 5A teams in the state. They're state championship regulars, and now will be facing their third straight 6A school to start off the year and really get prepared for that big-time competition later in the season. WFAA's Mike Leslie, my guy, was on call for their last game, which was a 35-28 loss to Duncanville, and gave us the insight on what needs to happen for Longview to beat the Golden Bears.
Figure out how to stop Torrin Teague. That's the answer. And Torrin Teague went off. Made a couple of just ridiculous plays, hurdled over 2 different defenders on the same drive, took over at Wildcat quarterback at one point in the fourth quarter. And Torrin Teague is the dude that if you're the Longview defensive coordinator, he's the kid that's keeping you up at night right now because he's really, really good.
Hey, there's a lot of talent out there, man. Shout out to Mike Leslie, an absolute legend of the game. And, man, this is going to be a great one. If you forgot somehow, hey, you already know. Tune into Under the Lights tomorrow night for the full recap of this one and so much more. We got a lot of good football coming our way tonight. Tomorrow, we're all fired up for it here at CBS 19. Hey, we got a big game tonight. Personally, for me, the Commanders are playing, so I'm excited for it. And with that said, that's all the time I have for you in sports this morning. Morning, y'all.
You're
Commanders.
excited.
I'm not excited for that one.
They'll lose. We know they will.
No.
He doesn't know that that's one of the Dallas Cowboys' biggest rivals. He knows.
Thanksgiving. Oh, man. All right, we're going to spare Damien some shame right now. We're about to step away for a moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with the Quake News Update.
We'll be right back with more right here on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thank you for joining us for this news update. Well, East Texans are remembering political activist Charlie Kirk, who was shot and killed on the campus of Utah Valley University.
He was considered a rising star among the GOP and a friend to several leaders here in Texas, including here in the Piney Woods. Congressman Nathaniel Moran posted on Facebook, "Devastated for Charlie and his family, for America." Meanwhile, State Representative Jay Dean saying he was horrified, adding a strong opinion should never be a death sentence in a free country.
And Governor Greg Abbott issued a statement saying Charlie's voice was a beacon for millions of young Americans searching for truth, courage, and conviction. This senseless act of violence has no place in America.
Well, a Longview woman is now facing capital murder charges nearly 30 years after the body of a newborn baby girl was found in a field. Misty Mitchell was arrested after new forensic testing named her as the child's mother, that is. The case dates back to June of 1998 when workers found the baby inside the trash bag in the outskirts of the city. An autopsy at the time confirmed the baby had been beaten to death, suffering traumatic injuries to her skull. But for decades, the identity of the infant and who was responsible remained a mystery. The breakthrough finally came with the help of a Houston area-based lab.
And so as you put the pieces of the puzzle together, you can start to understand who the likely identity is of this person. And then we provide that information back to law enforcement and they continue their investigation and ultimately close it.
Well, this morning, Mitchell is behind bars. Her bond is set at $750,000.
A top-selling author is now working on a book surrounding the controversial fight over the planned execution of an East Texas man. John Grisham, known for writing fiction, legal thrillers, announced a book on Robert Robertson. Robertson is scheduled to be executed next month over the death of his 2-year-old daughter. He was convicted in 2003, but Robertson's attorneys say that was based on the junk science of shaken baby syndrome. Grisham says his book will detail what he sees as failures that led to this point. All right, let's get a check on your weather now. Hey, Joel.
Hey there. Yeah, so what we have in place for right now is called an omega block in our upper levels. We have an area of high pressure right on top of us. This creates this Greek omega symbol in our jet stream, and it's going to continue to stick around for a while, and that's going to be what brings us some above average temperatures. On top of that, we're looking at some very humid conditions for the foreseeable future, so that'll make our feels like temperatures at least in the middle to upper 90s, maybe even triple digits in some locations. I don't think it'll be quite heat advisory criteria, but still some pretty high numbers out there that will continue into your day on Friday and potentially into this weekend. Our 7-day forecast shows temperatures for today in the low to mid 90s. Again, for tomorrow, we'll see 94 degrees, 93 for Saturday, 92 for Sunday. We'll start to see some partly cloudy skies develop for Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. Then humidity drops off ever so slightly for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's why we are calling mostly sunny conditions for those 2 days.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. This is what's coming up in our second half hour. A horrifying crime scene in Dallas. Police say a man was brutally attacked and beheaded at a motel. We are learning who the victim was and who's now behind bars.
And from tragedy to triumph, one East Texas student is striking all the right notes. A Carthage High School junior is named one of the best young musicians in Texas, earning a very rare honor at a statewide competition.
And for today, we are going to watch as those temperatures across the 90-degree mark this afternoon. We'll see lots of sunshine. On top of that, we're going to continue to see the humidity rise, and temperature trends will continue to be in those low to mid 90s. I'll show you the reason why we're seeing all these above average temperatures coming up on your forecast on Good Morning, y'all, on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks for staying with us on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. A gruesome crime in East Dallas. Police say a man was beheaded at a motel Wednesday morning, and today both the victim and a suspect have been identified. Police say the 50-year-old Chandira Nagamalia was killed at a downtown suites motel in Dallas. The suspect, 37-year-old Jordanis Cobos Martinez, is charged with capital murder. Now, investigators say surveillance video shows Cobos Martinez attacking the victim with a machete after an argument, even as the victim's wife and son tried to intervene. Witnesses told our sister station in Dallas that Cobos Martinez continued striking the victim until he was decapitated. This morning, he remains in the Dallas County Jail. Meanwhile, a Longview woman is now facing capital murder charges nearly 30 years after the body of a newborn girl was found in a field. Misty Mitchell was arrested after new forensic testing named her as the child's mother. And this case dates all the way back to June of 1998 when workers found the baby inside a trash bag on the outskirts of Longview. An autopsy at the time confirmed the baby had been beaten to death, suffering traumatic injuries to the skull. But for decades, the identity of the infant and who was responsible remained a mystery. The breakthrough came with the help of a Houston area-based lab, Othra, which specializes in genetics and works with law enforcement on missing persons cases.
And so as you put the pieces of the puzzle together, you can start to understand who the likely identity is of this person. And then we provide that information back to law enforcement, and they continue their investigation and ultimately close it.
Well, this morning, Mitchell is behind bars. Her bond is set at $750,000.
A top-selling author is now working on a book surrounding the controversial fight over the planned execution of an East Texas man. John Grisham, known for writing fiction, legal thrillers, announced a book on Robert Robertson. Now, Robertson is scheduled to be executed next month over the death of his 2-year-old daughter. He was convicted in 2003, but Robertson's attorneys say that was based on the junk science of shaken baby syndrome. Grisham says his book will detail what he sees as failures that led up to this point.
Today marks 24 years since the September 11th terror attacks, a moment the nation will never forget. Across the country, people are honoring the lives lost and the bravery shown that day. Nearly 3,000 people were killed. Terrorists hijacked 4 planes, crashing them into the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and in a field in Pennsylvania where passengers on Flight 93 stopped another attack aimed at the U.S. Capitol. Today, President Trump will be at that Pentagon before attending a New York Yankees game. And here at home, the community is honoring 9/11 with events planned across East Texas. Jack Elementary will hold its annual Patriot Day ceremony starting at 8:15. Students will lead the ceremony to remember all who lost their lives that day. The school is named after Dr. Brian C. Jack. He worked for the Pentagon as an economist before his life was taken during the attacks. He was on American's Flight 77, that is, which hijackers crashed into the Pentagon. Meanwhile, UT Tyler will host a 9/11 memorial stair climb where people will climb 110 floors in honor of first responders. The event will start at 10 in the morning, and over in Gregg County, Longview will host its annual 9/11 ceremony this morning at Veterans Memorial Plaza in Teke Park. The memorial features 2 pieces of steel from the World Trade Center, which serve as a tribute to the lives lost in the terror attacks. All right, 7:35 now. There is excellence in the arts, and it is shining bright at a Carthage High School. One student is now among the top young musicians in the state, earning a very prestigious honor very, very few students receive. And that is an amazing voice. Carthage senior Micaela Burns has been recognized as an outstanding musician at the 2025 Texas State Solo Ensemble Contest. It is one of the highest honors from the UIL, with more than 10,000 soloists competing across the state, and only about 3% earn this distinction every year.
I walked in there and I tried my best. I was ecstatic to get a 1 because it's really the first type of that kind of competition that I've participated in at such a large level. at state. And, I walked in there and I tried my best. It was crazy.
And she did her best. Carthage ISD Choir Director Justin Hodges says this honor not only celebrates her hard work and talent, but also showcases the strength of the Carthage High School Fine Arts program in the community that supports its students. All right, it's 7:37 this morning. Maybe you've already had breakfast. Maybe you slept in a little bit, but it's okay because maybe have a corn dog. How does a funnel cake sound, or a turkey leg for breakfast? Everything is fair game at this hour.
Sign me up for the funnel cake.
Right?
It's that time of year, and one East Texas' oldest traditions is back in full swing. Of course, we're talking about the Gregg County Fair. They're celebrating 76 years of bringing the community together with rides like that scary one right there that's twisting and turning and going very high. They also have games and food, plenty of yummy, yummy food to try. I would be on that one right there, Jesus. See the little one?
Kitty roller coaster?
Yeah, that's me.
I'll do the adventurous ones.
Officials say their fair attracts visitors from all across East Texas, with an estimated 75,000 guests expected to attend throughout the week. And it's not just fun and games. The fair also provides a big boost to local vendors and the East Texas economy. General Manager Billy Clay has been at the helm for nearly 5 decades and says seeing smiling faces makes it all worthwhile.
It keeps me busy, but I enjoy putting something together that people can enjoy and come out here. And I've always said, if I have a bad day, walk outside and see a child going out the gate smiling, that's what it's all about. It's have the kids come out here and leave knowing that they had a great time and a safe time.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Tonight is CBS19 night at the Gregg County Fair. You know that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We'll have live coverage with all the food you can imagine, showing you those rides, and so much more. Again, that's tonight here on CBS19. The Gregg County Fair runs through Saturday. All right, we're going to take a little break from news and weather to talk some trending stories for you this morning. First up, I think we're going to need a bigger exhibit.
Oh, no.
Probably not.
Oh,
the new Jaws, the exhibition, looks like it offers a shark-sized bite of everything Jaws related. The exhibit opened Wednesday at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles. It features more than 200 artifacts from the film, some that have never been displayed to the public before. The film is celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's wild. Jaws was re-released over the summer to honor, look at that, to honor the milestone, making it $8.1 million last weekend at the box office. I've only seen one Jaws movie. I saw Jaws 3D at the movie theater.
Did it jump out at you?
Yes, it's like it's coming towards you. I was petrified. I will not watch Shark Week, none of that.
That's a whole thing. I've never gotten the hype behind Shark Week or any of these. What is it on Discovery Channel, or what's it on?
I don't know. I don't watch it because it's scary.
Yeah, on Discovery Channel. It's like,
and it always happens like right before you're about to go to the beach.
Yeah.
It's that season. Why would I watch that? So that I can get petrified.
This year they had a Jaws Dancing with the Stars version, which was insane. Like, what are you gonna do? Dance, right? Don't start with the little baby shark now.
I don't know. No, I've never seen it. I don't know how you could dance in a Jaws thing. I don't know how that.
I don't know how. I mean, the season already happened. It was like about a month back.
Yeah,
right.
I'm dancing. You see me throwing down right now.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, check this out. There's a living legend in the making. It's a 9-year-old boy who's already in high school, a real-life young Sheldon, and taking a college neuroscience class. Wild. Meet Aiden
Kids,
Wilkins.
are you listening, right?
Right? Step it up now. At just 2 years old, when everyone else was learning his ABCs, Aiden was already reading road signs. Fast forward to today. Look at him there in front of everyone. He looks so small. And he's a sophomore in high school, also sitting in neuroscience lectures in college. Aiden has already has sights in medical school, hoping to one day become a pediatric neurosurgeon.
He's like a little Doogie Howser.
He is.
Except even younger.
You know what's funny? That was actually in the original read for that story, and I didn't know who Doogie. I didn't know if you would know who that was.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't want to put that in because I don't want.
It was a medical show back in the day, and he was like him. He was a young savant when it comes to. He started high school very early and college early. He was like a high school student college.
It's our version.
That's really impressive.
That version of Young Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's from Big Bang Theory, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a spin-off of a spin-off
yeah.
of a spin-off, and Young Sheldon is actually based here in East Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if you couldn't tell, I don't watch anything that's not sports related. So I'm sorry. I wish I could have.
You know what's crazy though? And this is a little like TV pet peeve of mine, but I see why they did it. In the show Young Sheldon, there's a certain TV channel out there that's not us, but Young Sheldon is an R channel.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to name who that TV channel is because we're better than them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But if you know
Okay.
who was out there back in the day, but we're better. And Young Sheldon is here on CBS, so watch us instead.
Oh my goodness.
Well, out in Tennessee, the annual Nashville Fair is underway, and this year the event features an artist who paints portraits of animals, but each portrait takes only 1 hour to paint. Artist Julia Tong says that she tries to catch the most authentic side of each animal. Those are great.
In an hour?
She says her goal at the fair is to foster a love of art in anyone who passes by. I love
cow.
Wow,
That's
That cow was ready
Such
for
nice
his
colors.
painting.
I did an event once in East Texas at All Saints where my kids go to school, and we had a speaker, and he was an artist, and he painted a picture in that amount of time too, and also spoke to us, and it was incredible, and it sold.
Painting while speaking?
Painting while
That's a
speaking.
talent.
Yeah, it was awesome, and it was gorgeous.
That is a real life Bob Ross. Yesterday, I think last night I saw a video of like some girl doing some challenge saying, I'm gonna follow a Bob Ross video without pausing it. It was a clear copy and paste. She was that good.
Tiny little trees.
Yes, like she had all the breasts
What
and
is
she was
it?
like
Happy little trees?
Happy tiny
little
trees.
trees.
Yeah.
Little brush strokes.
No mistakes, just happy accidents.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always jealous of people who can paint and draw
Me
and everything.
too.
I can't even draw a star. I'm horrible at art. Anything art
I can
related.
do stars, hearts, and a really sad tree.
It's
man.
doable. If you follow a Bob Ross video, I had to pause it, but it came out pretty darn close.
Really?
It's a little mountains with the lake and trees in the background.
My dad would be impressed.
I'll send you a picture. All right, well, it's National Make Your Bed Day. If you haven't, do it. If you didn't do it tomorrow. Celebrate late. Seems simple enough, right? But research shows that this small habit every single day could actually set you up for bigger success later in life. Literally, millionaires say starting the day with the made bed helps set the tone for productivity, focus, and even a better sleep. And making your bed might not sound glamorous, but studies show it's one of the key habits of staying wealthy. And researchers also found that people who make their bed are more likely to, or twice as likely to become millionaires than those who don't. And it's a small daily action that creates a ripple effect, boosting your productivity throughout the day, sharpening your focus skills, and improving your routine. So whether it's your crisp sheets or your fresh pillows, just make that bed first thing as you step out the door this morning if you haven't already.
Did you make your bed this morning,
No.
Damien?
How are you gonna do me like that, Dana? No, I didn't make my bed. I mean, we get up so early. How could I make my bed?
Right.
I have
I'm in the same boat,
partially
man.
made bed. Can I be like half a millionaire? I get it close, but I have a lot of pillows, on my bed. So not all the pillows are on there, not the fancy pillows.
My bed is only made on the weekends.
Right.
Because-
we get up in the middle of the night.
We do, and then once you come back home, you're either going to bed or you just don't want to be in the room because you're going to want to go to bed and not be able to go to bed later,
Or we might need a nap.
or might need a nap. So why undo the bed if you're just going to go back into bed?
I feel like we get credit for waking up in the middle of the night.
And that's our pass for not doing it.
Right.
So nobody here made their bed this morning.
Did you?
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
No.
We're on the same page.
No,
Okay.
no,
Cool.
no.
I mean, it's like partially. I pull up the covers and put some pillows, but I don't put all, like I said.
No. And we're over here telling you to make your bed.
Right.
We're telling you though, so you can become a millionaire.
If you want to become a millionaire.
If you do, who doesn't though?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Yeah, Dana said is she half a millionaire? And I'll take that.
I will
I'll
too.
take 500 grand. You know what I mean?
I'll take a quarter.
Hey, I take it 500 grand. Man, we're all gonna be rich over here. I'll give y'all a little bit of money. We'll be good to
When
go.
I was younger,
Sounds good.
I took off the sheet, the cover sheet for my bed, so it was easier to make my bed. So all I had to do was pull up the comforter.
And that's it.
Yeah,
Simply
beat the system.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right, beat the system.
Beat the system.
All right, well, hopefully a lot of people are out of bed and maybe heading out the door this morning, but there is a lot of humidity today.
There's a lot of humidity and we got some heat building in as well. Let's take a look at the next few hours here. We're starting off with temperatures in the upper 60s, but before you know it, we'll be in the middle 70s, low 80s, and even 90s by the time we get to the afternoon with lots of sunshine. Things are shaping up pretty nicely, but pretty humidly. As we take a look at our Gregg County Fair forecast, we got 92 for today, 94 for tomorrow, back down to 93 for Saturday. This is the last day to go, so if you want to get out there, definitely make sure to go before Saturday. That is the last day to go. We will have a little bit of cloud cover, so we'll add a little bit of a texture to the sky, but in the meantime, just enjoy some nice blue skies and our dew points across the area. That's our measurement of moisture. The higher the dew point, the more moisture there is. We're already seeing some dew points in the middle 60s this morning. That trend will continue into the next few days. I think we'll see temperatures or dew point temperatures in the low 70s by the time we get to Friday and even into this weekend. Those are summer-like numbers here. And you couple that with the humidity, it's going to be feeling pretty hot out there, potentially like the middle to upper 90s. We're already in the middle 90s as far as our air temperatures go, but you couple that with the humidity, once again, you're going to be feeling like the upper 90s, maybe even triple digits. Tropics, very quiet out there, and this is a fun fact here. For the first time since 1950, if we do not get a named tropical storm between August 29th and September 16th, which is only a few days away, that'll be the first time since 1950 that we have not gotten a named tropical storm within that time frame. And keep in mind, we are in the peak of hurricane season as well. We are going to continue to keep our eyes on the tropics into the rest of the hurricane season, so we'll have the latest updates for you on that. We do have some quiet weather of our own here in East Texas, and that's going to be due to a interesting reason. I'll show you what that is in your forecast coming up.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. 7:47 this morning, still ahead. A love story nearly 8 decades in the making, from serving his country in World War II to building a life with the woman he calls his greatest honor. 98 years old, that is. John Larson and his wife, Vivian, are celebrating a big milestone. Very few people can reach that secret of 75 years of marriage. Straight ahead.
Welcome back. So what's the secret to a long and happy marriage? Sean Giggy went looking for it and found a Texas couple who's been living it for nearly 8 decades.
6 weeks before I graduated, the Navy said, "We need you."
98-year-old John Larson has had an honorable life.
I had to look for signals of enemy aircraft coming at us.
A naval radar operator in World War II, John later served as a scoutmaster, one of the most distinguished leaders the organization has ever known.
Yeah, I suppose.
And yet, his greatest honor has always been his forever honor.
We understand each other, I think.
Tuesday is John and Vivian's 75th anniversary.
I did a good job, I think. Picking the right woman, she's it.
John and Vivian met as undergrads at the University of Wisconsin, but John wasn't the only apple of her eye.
I had competition.
Vivian had plenty of suitors.
Wow, big time.
But there was just something about John.
Well, you're cute.
Looking deeper, she saw a future.
And I just thought that this was the person I could do it with.
They married in 1950, and although they say they've never really argued, they always fought for their marriage, their children, and each other.
I think we're lucky.
Overcoming career moves and cross-country moves.
You just kept going. You didn't quit.
Vivian says once they learned to accept their differences.
We were opposites.
And instead focus on their shared ambition.
That's probably why we've worked together.
Their bond deepened in a way that's almost incalculable.
How do you measure love? That's tough.
I just think that we go together. We balance each other.
They say a successful marriage is no mystery. It's hard work and compassion. When you make that kind of commitment, you find that love is rarely the fairy tale we think or imagine, but instead is so much better.
That's the way it works.
In Bedford, I'm Sean Gee.
All right, East Texas, let's get into your forecast. So what we have in store for us right now and over the next several days is what we call an omega block. This is an area of high pressure right in the middle with two low pressure systems on either side in our upper levels. This creates the Greek symbol omega in our jet stream. And as long as this is basically keeping its strength, that is the highs and lows in our upper levels, it's going to continue to stay that way, and you get very hot temperatures when it comes to a ridge of high pressure, and that is going to stick with us for the next several days, potentially into your first day of fall. It's a great kind of day and great days to get outside and enjoy the pool. We got 94 for Friday, 93 for Saturday, down to 92 for Sunday. And as we take a look at a wider view of temperatures, we'll see high temperatures today in the low to mid 90s. And into tonight, we'll see those temperatures fall into the low to mid 70s, with highs tomorrow reaching, again, the low to mid 90s, and even into, again, on Saturday and Sunday, when we also have that humidity increase as well. So the temperatures will be feeling like the middle to upper 90s, maybe even triple digits in some locations. So it's going to be pretty hot out there. That'll be the same case for Friday as well. Upper 90s, triple digits. That'll continue into the next several days. So again, 94 for Friday, 93 for Saturday and Sunday, 92 for Sunday that is, and 92 for Monday. We'll have some partly cloudy skies built in as we move into this weekend and into early parts of next week. And then for the middle of next week, we'll see a little bit of a drop in that humidity, which will make our skies more sunny than partly cloudy.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. We're going to take another break from our news this morning and bring you your question of the day. We're talking all things Texas. What is the most iconic Texas brand?
Shout out to Jay in the booth.
Uh-huh.
He made sure to say Yeti. You can't be wrong with, you can't be mad at Yeti.
Interesting.
Right?
Our cups are Yetis.
But I'm gonna tell you like this though. Whataburger. Look.
What'd you call it?
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
What did I say?
Say it again.
Whataburger.
You said it weird.
It's cute.
What a burger. That's what it's called.
But you said water. Water?
I did not say water.
Anyways, you like Whataburger.
Water.
Yes. Dana, Joel, did I say water burger or did I say, what did I say?
You said Whataburger.
That's what you said. You put an emphasis on the U.
Y'all
That's what it was.
Y'all are turning on me right now, man.
It's a tough crowd out here. We know Texans weighed in on this because we're big on brands in the Lone Star State. Coming in at number 5 was Shiner Beer.
Okay.
Let's see, Whataburger, however you want to say it.
Whataburger.
When I was a kid, I did call it Whataburger.
Whataburger.
I think I still do sometimes. It's fine. Is 4. Dr. Pepper came in at number 3.
Lame.
2 is Buc-ee's, which is kind of new to the list in comparison to all those others. And then number 1 was Bluebell.
Bluebell. You know who isn't on there?
No.
And I wish we had it here in East Texas, H-E-B.
Yes, it is a Texas brand. Berkshire's could be on that list. Very iconic as well,
That one as
especially
well.
here in East Texas. I don't know, the most popular Texas brand.
I think if we had to choose two.
I'd probably be Bluebell.
Bluebell, well, I was going either Whataburger or Dr. Pepper. If I had to choose
For
one
me,
of
it
the
would
two.
definitely be Bluebell because I like you, don't drink Dr. Pepper
No.
at all.
No.
Popular
And you're
Michigan.
new. You're new
I'm
to Texas.
new. I could tell you
So-
some Michigan brands like Faygo.
Never heard of it.
Faygo, okay.
Faygo,
Blueberry
Verner's,
Faygo, okay.
Kellogg.
Oh,
They're-
we didn't know
Kellogg's is
that
from
one.
Michigan?
Yeah, they're in Little Caesars.
Really?
They're also in Michigan. Yep. Little Caesars Arena is where the Detroit Pistons play and the Detroit Red Wings play.
Very
Can't
cool.
go wrong with a good little.
I have to say I am
Little Caesars.
thankful for the Buc-ee's brand. It's new, but I'm thankful because those.
It's a one-stop shop for everything.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It's
All those
great.
things, y'all are missing out on
And the
23
clean
amazing
bathrooms.
flavors. All right.
All right, we are about to step away for a moment while we break into our over-the-air broadcast with a news update.
We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. New information this morning, a small airplane made an emergency landing on Highway 31 in Tyler. And officials are now saying that the engine on that plane died. Now, this happened just after midnight near Toll 49. The plane landed on the shoulder lane of the highway. DPS says it was flying from Tyler from San Antonio. To Tyler from San Antonio. The pilot, who was the only one on board, was not injured and the plane not damaged. The plane has been moved to Tyler Pounds Regional Airport. The NTSB will be investigating. Now to a story we told you about last week. An East Texas teenager is charged with murder after a deadly Labor Day shooting in Liberty City. 18-year-old Christopher Wayne Hicks, Jr., is accused of killing his girlfriend, 16-year-old Haley Blake, and her father, 49-year-old Sean Blake, at Hugh Camp Memorial Park. Hicks was found with what appeared to be an self-inflicted injuries after the shooting and was taken to the hospital. His bond now set at $1.25 million. Meanwhile, a candlelight vigil in Haley's memory was held Monday, organized by her classmates at Sabine ISD. Well, we continue our coverage on leadership changes at the Smith County Animal Shelter.
Yeah, just days after firing Director Amber Green, county officials are reassuring the public the shelter remains fully operational and fully staffed. Green was let go following an internal investigation that revealed derogatory language and failure to address these racial slurs among staff. She had previously been disciplined for what officials called poor leadership and communication issues both internally and with the public. And now the attention turns to the future of the shelter. Precinct 2 Commissioner John Moore tells us the county is actively looking for a new director, someone with a proven track record both in animal welfare and leadership.
This is a department that has a number of employees in it, and it's a delicate situation when you have pets that have either been separated from their families and we're trying to get them back together with their families.
Well, Moore says with more experienced people, that is, can apply online at the county website. All right, let's get a check on that forecast now with Joel. How's it looking out there this morning?
Oh, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. A little bit on the humid side, though. We have this omega blocking pattern in our upper levels. That's a high pressure system right overhead. That's going to bring us above average temperatures for the next several days, even into your first day of fall. Your Gregg County Fair forecast shows 92 degrees for today, 94 for tomorrow, down to 93 for Saturday. That is the last day to go, so make sure to head out there as soon as you can. You mix the temperatures in with the humidity, you'll get middle to upper 90 degree feels like temperatures, potentially near 100 in some locations. That'll be in place for Friday and into this weekend as well. Our 7-day forecast shows, again, 92 for today, 94 for your day tomorrow. We'll be down to 93 as we move into Saturday, 92 for Sunday. We'll start to see some partly cloudy skies build in as we move into Saturday, Sunday, and even into your Monday. We'll start to see a little bit of a decrease in those humidity values into Tuesday and Wednesday, which gives us mostly sunny skies.
All right, news before we head out the door this morning. The search continues for the gunman who shot and killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk at Utah University. Kirk was in the middle of campus debating when a single bullet pierced his neck in front of thousands of students. Police believe the shooter opened fire from a nearby rooftop, and Utah's governor is calling it a political assassination. Kirk leaves behind a wife and 2 children as tributes are pouring in from across the political spectrum, and we'll have a live coverage on that here on CBS 19 Plus at 9:10 this morning.
And here in East Texas, a cold case nearly 3 decades old finally sees a breakthrough. Back in 1998, the body of a newborn baby girl was found in a trash bag on the outskirts of Longview. For years, there were no leads, but advances in DNA technology helped investigators identify 47-year-old Misty Marie Mitchell as the child's mother. She's now charged with capital murder after police say she admitted to the crime.
And one last look at your forecast for today. Here's some of the kickoff temperatures you can expect for Thursday night football. We got Gladewater, Overton, and Grapeland, all in the upper 80s to low 90s with plenty of sunshine overhead. We are a little bit on the humid side, so do expect some of those temperatures to feel like the middle to upper 90s across the area. You can see this is a snapshot of 3 o'clock this afternoon. 96 for Tyler, potentially near 95 in Mineola, and very close to 101 degrees in Henderson. That'll carry into your day on Friday and potentially into your weekend as the humidity continues to stick around. We got 94 degrees for Friday, 93 for Saturday, 92 for Sunday. We got partly cloudy skies beginning to develop as we continue to increase that humidity, and then we'll have a little bit of a drop off when it comes to the humidity into Tuesday and Wednesday, so that'll bring in a little bit more sun for the midweek.
Well, a Purple Heart lost for decades is finally home. The medal belonged to Sergeant Thomas Flynn, a World War I hero from Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester and Massachusetts together did not come out right, but it was discovered in a safe deposit box and has now been returned to his grandson. Flynn was wounded in combat, later serving as a firefighter into his 70s. Now, thanks to the state's effort to reunite military honors with families, his legacy lives on despite my flub on how to say where he was from.
How cool is that? It was in a safe deposit box this entire time.
The entire
That's
time.
really good.
Well, at least the family has it back now.
Yeah, they do.
That was good.
So good for them, and congratulations to everyone who found it. It was a good, happy ending.
We love that. All right, thanks for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. You can catch the noon show coming up on CBS 19 and on CBS 19 Plus.
That's right. Keep it here for the latest news and weather throughout the day. In the meantime, here's what's coming up on CBS 19 Plus. Have a good morning.